Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. We're going to be continuing on with the GMTK Necromancer game project. So today's stream is mostly probably going to be a lot of content and balancing. I've got a small list of items that I want to add, which should be doable to add in maybe a couple hours or so. And then from that point onward, I think it's just going to be a matter of balancing the game, making it feel very good, polishing it up, adding sound effects, all that good stuff. Of course, adding menus, and yeah, there's still a lot of work to do, but I've got all of today and all of tomorrow to work on this. The jam ends at 1 p.m. my time on Sunday, and it's currently 8:30 a.m. my time on Friday. So we've got quite a bit of time, over 48 hours until the jam ends, but I basically have, yeah, until the end of tomorrow to get this done. So I think I'm in a good spot. But yeah, we're just going to add all this content and then we'll go from there. But before we get into the work, of course, I need to mention that Gunforged is available for purchase. It's a 2D roguelite shooter, so if that's your kind of game, check it out. This helps me out greatly, and I think you might enjoy the game. Looks like I got another review, which is nice, or maybe I didn't, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, if you do play it, leave a review, that'd be great. I also have my Udemy courses available for purchase, so if you've been enjoying these live streams, if you've been enjoying these VODs and you want to learn how to make games in the Godot engine, then this is a great way to do it, and it's also a great way to support me. In this course, you'll learn how to do all the essentials of online multiplayer game development using Godot's high-level networking tools. So I also have two other courses besides this. So if multiplayer is not your thing, check those out. Again, those are all linked in the description below. All right, that's it. That's it for the ads. Let's get into it. Hello, R. I'm just going to call you R if that's all right. Welcome, welcome. Qbox, welcome back. Kenyaz, always good to see you. Monk Shav, hello, hello. Welcome. Hello, Netk. You're going to work in other times other than stream, right? Yeah, I've been working on this basically non-stop for the past several days. A good chunk of it has been on stream, but yeah, definitely not all of it. I like R, it's a good language. Is that the one that's for like plotting? It's used very, I could be wrong. It's used very commonly for like data processing, right? Anyway. It's for statistics, yes, gotcha, okay, gotcha. So, let's see. Well, I have a bunch of things in progress here. Some of which are just quality of life things. I'm not so sure about the altar, how it works, so I might change that. But I've been working, I started work at least, on a musketeer, which can be a villager enemy. So we'll probably finish that up at some point in the stream. I'm just trying to decide what to do first. It's actually a big problem here. So I changed the arena up a little bit. I simplified the borders a little bit just to make it a little bit more arcadey. Also, the perspective wasn't working with the wall in the back here and the enemies spawning from there. So the enemies now spawn from outside the map. I'll probably do something visually with this to make it more appealing, or I will do something visually with this to make it more appealing, but you can see that the skeletons, they run up right against these walls and they kill the enemies, and then the corpses end up getting outside the map. So let's fix that first. I think the way to fix that, I think I'm just going to do something a little bit hacky. Spawn combat area rect. I'm going to do something a little bit hacky here. So basically, enemies exist in the enemy group immediately upon their spawning. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to not put the enemies in the enemy group until they get past the wall. So they essentially will become they'll be non-targetable until that. That might come to bite me in the butt later, but we'll see. But what I'll do is I'll set up this combat area. Ignore. So let's see. Maybe we'll do like 32 pixels. So what is this position? Oh, actually I can use relative positioning here. So transform size 30, nope, not 32. 32 there, 32 there. And then we need to make it the width and height of this minus 64. So I'll copy this size, paste that there. Minus 64, minus 64. And there we go, look at that. So that inner rectangle there, that's the combat area. So now for the enemies. Actually, this is going to be easier. I was thinking I'll just stick with the reference rect, but I think I'll just use an area 2D instead. That should work. Okay. Actually, I wonder if that's going to be... Might be a little bit too heavy. Here, I'm just going to try this then. How do I want to do this, actually? Good question. Okay, let's just do this. Ungrouped enemies. Array node 2D. When we spawn the enemy, ungrouped enemies.append enemy. In the physics process, we'll do for enemy in ungrouped enemies. If we need to get a reference to this combat area rectangle. Okay, if combat area rect dot get global rect dot has point enemy dot global position. Then we're going to say enemy dot add to group global utils dot enemy group. Let me do this. What? Let's see. Can I remove? I don't want to do that. Can I remove an index? Let's see. There's somebody running a very loud machine outside my door, so it's very distracting. How do I get rid of, is there no remove at? Pop at? Removes and returns the element of the array index param position. If negative, param position is considered relative to the end of the array. Okay, so pop at is what I want. Cool. So I'm going to need to change this for I in range. Ungrouped enemies dot size. How do I step backwards? Range B int n int s int starts from B, increases by decreases by steps of S, and stops before N. Starts from B. Okay, so I think what I want is I want this. Ungrouped enemies dot size -1, -1, -1. Var enemy is equal to ungroup enemies I. Enemies.pop at I. Actually, I guess I can just do this. No, I can't. Okay. I think that should work. So it's working backwards from the array. I still wonder if there's a better option. Oh, remove at. Why is there... Okay, why didn't I see that before? Okay, remove at I. That'll work. Okay, anyway, so now I need to go to my enemies. It's gonna be rough, this stream. We get rid of that from the enemy group. Get rid of that from the enemy group. Let's see if that works. So now the skeleton shouldn't target anything until they get into the inner range. Nice. And now they're not retargeting anything. So what I'd probably need to do then is also do this. Var assigned enemy group is equal to false. If assigned enemy group minion manager dot rebalance minions to targets. Okay, that should work. Base looking good. Thank you, Andrew. Hello, hello. How is the arrow? The arrow is good. I think it's working just fine now. Do you think you'll integrate some of the things you did in this game at Jam Project with the other game? I may, yeah. I think with this game, I'm going to test some stuff specifically related to the audio that I intend to use for my commercial game. So yeah, Hello, Abo. Welcome back. A6. Welcome, welcome. Maybe they appear from the trees. I know I don't have much time though. Yeah, I might redraw some of this if I have time. Couldn't complete the jam because I'm busy these days. Yeah. Hello, Hamza. Welcome back. Yummers. Hello, Snupbill. Welcome, welcome. I love Python-like languages. They are satisfying to write in. They are pretty fun, yeah. I'm having a good time with GDScript. I do like GDScript. I do like it. Can I have corpse explosion? I can't. Okay, so now what I think I can do is I can remove... I have a line of code in these ready methods here, I think. Oh, maybe not. Enemy manager. Where is this being called? Interesting. Okay, well, that'll work. So elegant. Look at you doing this all gas, no brakes. Yeah, I'm feeling the all gas part. Pop at, yeah, I should have read the chat. I'm also developing and saw your live randomly. Good luck. Yeah, good luck to you as well. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Your computer room use light or window? I can't tell. Well, I've been using a light for the streams these past couple days because it's been dark outside. Yeah, I guess I didn't see the remove at. I would suggest creating a new array with filter instead of popping since it can cause many bugs. Is that true? I don't think what I'm doing is functionally different than filtering the array. I mean, I'm also not using pop anymore, so. If I hit one thing about programming, it's going through the documentation to have a read 100 times before it's still not understanding where you're at. Yeah. Yep. Is it really possible to remove elements from an array while iterating over it in GDScript? It changes the length of the array or not? It does. That's why I iterated over it backwards. Because if you iterate over it backwards and you have a decrementing index value, then you can remove the item at the current index, and then the next index is going to be the one before that anyway. If you go forwards through an array and you remove an index, then that can definitely cause problems. One way you could resolve that, though, if you want to keep the forward way of iterating over an array, is you could just decrement I by 1. So if you remove an element from an array, subtract 1 from I, and then it will increment on the next iteration, and it will effectively target whatever the next element was going to be in the sequence. So there's a couple of ways to do it, but yeah, just iterate backwards anytime you're expecting to remove elements from an array. That tends to be a little bit cleaner, I think. Also, because I'm iterating over a range and not over the array itself, I can modify the array without issue. You would assume GDScript would use standard Python library methods for things like lists. Yeah. It's alright. It's okay. Archer. I think the game is feeling pretty good. I have some like weird things to resolve. Like this altar. I think it's a good idea in principle. The item that's offered at the altar changes every time this loop finishes, but the problem is that as the game goes on, it becomes longer and longer, so that there's like this inverse relationship. Like you're getting more currency as the game goes on, but you're getting fewer shop options. So I think I'm going to change the altar and how that works. It would be really nice to get... It'd be really nice to get a corpse pull. Doing pretty good though. This is a good run. I also changed it, so I had a problem last night, or just generally with the game, where as the game goes on, your minions tended to die more because there's more enemies. So it was easier to have more minions early in the game than late in the game. And what I did is I made it so that any minion that gets killed, if there's a corpse within a certain range of the minion, it consumes the corpse to heal itself. So now you can place corpses near your minions, and that will keep them alive. And I think the radius for that might actually be a little bit too small, but I'm getting overwhelmed. So some rough spots to patch up, but that's all right. Good morning, grind day. Yes, indeed. Looking at this progress, do you even sleep? I was up till 1 a.m. last night, so not terribly late. So yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want this. I kind of want the run to end at 5 minutes. It gets a little bit ridiculous at the end, as you can see. So I definitely have some smoothing out to do, but let's add a bunch more content and then we can do all that stuff. All right, so don't add enemies to group until inside map. My favorite YouTube megastar has arrived. Good morning, Marcus. Hello. Love that your art always looks good. Thank you. What's going on? Not much. What's going on with you, Yeet? Welcome back. Don't have a game design document set up at all. You're just balling. I have some rough notes and stuff, but yeah, mostly just making tweaks to the game as necessary to make it better. I have an idea, but not sure how complex it is. You can get debuffs that, for instance, lock one rune or even insert a debuff room for one iteration. I think there's a bunch of ways that you can go with this game design that I'm probably not going to have time to implement. But if you, yeah, you could definitely imagine this game being a lot more sophisticated in a full form, but all right, I'm just looking at my notes. What should we do next? I want to do an Abomination minion. So we'll leave this musketeer aside for now. Abomination. Let's take these corpses. We'll move these over. Actually, can I move those? Ah. Whatever, that's fine. I should have moved them over one more. Oops. All right, let's do an Abomination. So I'm thinking this thing can be relatively big. Okay. That might work. Don't know about this. Just copy paste the skeleton head. Excuse me. I guess we should get the body in place. Arm left. Bam. Okay, let's just see if I can get the body working. That does not work. Let's put this back. Well, I kind of want... Let's start with where I want the feet to be, I guess. What in the heck? Okay, that's looking a little bit nicer. This is not going well. Arm right. Okay, let's just hide these things. Let's just focus on the body here. Why is this so hard? Okay. Maybe we can make this work. Okay. What? Oh gosh. What is going on here? Okay, does that look better? Goodness gracious. Okay, we're not going to worry about that arm yet. Ah, whoops. There's so many layers to manage. All right, we got this. We got this. Well, I think it might work. Okay, I think it might work. Let's just see. I'm just going to start adding some shading and see if it will look all right. Here comes a cat. Hello, cat. Here to bother me once again? We'll add some more bone details in there, I guess. That looks kind of good. Yeah, we'll add some more details in a second. This left arm is bothering me. Azir, I don't want to listen to you right now. Thank you. I'm working. Oh my gosh. Now I gotta listen to that. First machines, now cat. Come here. I know. Come here. Thank you. Hi. 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 What are you doing? Okay. It doesn't the movement of the skeleton's a bit too sharp? Yeah, I'm gonna make their movement a little bit better. You drop corpses on the altar may be indicated by red bars on the altar. You carry and drop the corpse on the altar, which then shows the random rune. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't think so. You should add a little icon on top of the minion to say it's consuming corpse. I'm gonna add a heal effect. I have trouble finding your Necromancer since the color is similar to some of the mobs. How's it going so far today? Much love from Spain. It's going all right. Pretty rough, actually, so far. How do you become a game dev god like you? Well, I wouldn't say that because I haven't made much money, so... But, yeah, thank you for the compliment, I suppose. What's the idea with this game? I know the theme is loop, that's all. There's a looping ritual progression which triggers abilities as the loop progresses. Is that a musket? Yeah, I have a musket villager I'm gonna do. Should add flying bats that bring corpses to home base. Bats are easy to draw. I already have an ability that pulls corpses to home base, so probably not that, but it's a good suggestion. The screen is getting filled with too many entities, so maybe like a shader behind each entity type would make it a bit easier for the eyes. Shader behind each entity type. I'll see how it plays out. I don't know if there's going to be that many enemies on screen. I still have to balance it. Hello, okay. Good morning. Looking forward to seeing the progress you make today. Thank you. Should make the Stardew Valley. The new Stardew Valley. I think the best games are those that allow players to do whatever they want. Yeah, sandbox games are really hard. Hate I use dark colors as a sprite background, always messes me up. It seems messes you up too. Well, that's... the reason I have that here is so I can see how the colors will look in the game, which is dark background, so... There are black pixels from the corpses you didn't move over. Oh, right, yeah. Yep. I was wondering where those came from. Alright, we're gonna delete this. Maybe we'll keep the head. Okay, we're gonna delete everything else though. We're gonna try something different. We'll try something different. Yeah, it's a good suggestion, but we're gonna robot monkey, then a huge skeleton. Yeah, Bigfoot. Perfect typical cat moment, always when you're busy or working, yes. Just ask ChatGPT to help me with this bug. My physics and process nodes are not working, but my ready method. ChatGPT basically said, fix it yourself. Hello, MyCoonDev. I do like the game idea. Let's hope for top 20. Thank you. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna polish the heck out of it. So hopefully the polishing will mask whatever design flaws there are. Good afternoon, Karnika. What about shrinking his belly? Yeah, I think we're just gonna restart. We're just gonna restart. Been a while, yes. Did you hear Battlefield 6 will use Godot? I did see that, yeah. What's the game idea you got for Loop? I'll go over it later. He's always working, to be fair. Yeah, that's true. I'm always working, right, buddy? All right, let's try a different approach here. Okay. Check this out. New approach. I'm gonna have to do this very carefully. He's very big. That's okay. I'll just move it up a little bit. It'll be fun to have a big minion. Okay. I think this needs to be up a little bit more. Oops. I painted on the wrong layer again. Abomination. Let's move it down this way. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Gee, dang it. Okay, Abomination, we're gonna move this over. Okay, perfect. Actually, maybe not perfect. Just a big ass. Oops, I shouldn't have said that, but that's okay. YouTube, don't demonetize. Are we liking this direction better? We're liking this direction better, right? It's gonna be hard to make something like this in low res. Yeah, well, it's bigger. It's bigger than everything else. Good morning, Emerson. Good morning, Dragon Apple. Can't dev on my game right now, but give your best. How about making him look like Garg from PvZ? I don't know what that is, I'm sorry. That looks cool, thank you, Ruinstar. He looks like a human wearing a skill mask, a skull mask. Yeah, I could fix that. I can't unsee it now. Hello, Joel. Welcome, welcome. Inez, welcome. Not gonna be able to make the $10 you would have made because you said that word. I know! I don't know if I should just like, maybe I'll just give him pants because I don't know how to draw fleshy legs. So I'll just make these pants and we'll call it good. Son of a bee. Maybe his feet are too big. Give him heals? No. What did I do? I just shrank the length of this, yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll make the arms maybe fleshy, but then we'll make... Let's see. We're not using green much anywhere. Maybe we'll make like a green robe. And then the shoes here. Okay, that'll work. That's not... Yeah, that's too much. Maybe I'll make the shoes dark. If I make the shoes dark, though... Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. We'll just roll with it. Oh, that looks better. I go this way. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, good. Don't really have any other colors. I'll wait on that for a second. Okay. Getting there, I suppose. Oh, is that... Oh, the layer 2 sits on top of everything. I see. So let's outline that so I get a better indication of what's going on here. We're gonna have to worry about animating this later, but I think for now it's all right. I think it looks all right. Super buff from freaking Abomination. All right, so, and then for this one, that should be on the, oh, did I do that all that on the weapon? I did. That's okay. I wish I got better at managing my layers. Anyway, that's right. So now the weapon. Wait a minute. I'm trying to decide. I think that's better. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. What is this? All right, do this, do this, do this. Okay. All right, we're getting there. I don't want to make the blade yellow. I don't know how to make this. I wonder if I just make these red. Oh, that looks good. I could put some white spots on it. Okay, I think that'll work. I think I want maybe that there. I think it's fine. Okay, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I don't know about the feet, but I would have assumed the big one would show more bones. Maybe. Muscle. Looks nice, thank you. So locked in, I was locked in. What about dark? What about the dark blue? For what? The axe? Or was that in reference to something else? Why did you not give yourself a bigger palette? Because I don't want to. Green doesn't fit, honestly. Removes the scary look. If I do a dark blue, I don't have a darker color for the shadows here. But I could just make it all dark blue. Maybe with some highlights in here. I guess the shoes should be the same. His shoes are massive. I think maybe the shape is okay. Give him like massive clogs. That might work. Okay. I think that works. I wonder for the head, should I just make this look like the cloth that he's wearing? Maybe I should. Problem though. Yeah, there's not enough contrast there. What to do about this head here? What if I'm just lazy and I copy this? I could give him a hood or something. Although that doesn't match the rest of the hat styles. Oh wait. That actually kind of works. Or if I could just make it a little bit thicker. I do want it to come in a little bit more this way. But then that's going to eliminate his eye a little bit. Oh, maybe not. His arms are massive, but it's okay. It's all right. Okay, so the Abomination's basically almost nothing like what we had before, but that's all right. What is that? Oh, that's his thumb. Okay. There's Abomination in relation to the other minions. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I liked the red. Are you sure about the gigant? It looks like something that will take a great deal of time to refine. It's not that big. I think it's fine. It's only like what? Oh, I can't see the thing. It's only 22 by 32. Would it not be easier to just design one layer than split it up a layer later? Probably not. Did you see the new Battlefield 6? Yes, I did, yeah. Are you gonna do frame by frame? No, I'm not. How did I learn GDScript? I don't really know if there's a process to learn GDScript. I already was a programmer for a long time before coming to Godot, so once you've learned one language, you've learned them all, basically. That looks great. You like it now? There should be a main character if you want. Add a cape for the head. Oh, yeah, I think I did that, yeah. Multiple faces? Morning, Chris. Turned out to be an abomination to make. Good morning. Any progress since yesterday's stream? Yes, a lot of progress. Very executioner looking. Looks good. Thank you. I think it's looking all right. Hello, Trixie. Welcome back. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with this. Looks like an executioner. Looks amazing. Thank you. All right. So after we did the first like Barney looking one, I think it looks fine now. Okay, so now let's figure out how to export this. Abomination. All right, let's commit this. Commit that. Best thing in the world to know how to draw and program. Yeah, I agree. Maybe not the best thing in the world, but it's pretty... Developing those skill sets is very... It just makes game development a lot more fun. Alright, so now let's add the abomination. So what I'm going to do is basically just copy my skeleton again. Scenes, entity, skeleton. Duplicate this. Abomination. Rename. Abomination. Rename. Abomination. Okay. Min damage 3, 4. Let's do 5 as the max damage, actually. I'm basically going to keep everything else the same. I will modify it later, but I think the speed maybe should be a little bit slower. Okay, so now we need to make an abomination rune as well. So let's just merge this down temporarily. Actually, we can duplicate this. Flatten that. Now we've got this. Cool. This is a mess. Just gonna throw things everywhere. View grid. I did not organize my art assets at all. It's okay. Very simple, I guess, but that'll work. Merge down. And now we've got our Abomination rune. Rune Abomination. Abomination. Rune type dot abomination. Preload. Copy this UID. Okay. Abomination. Oh, we need to give it different health too. Also, I should make this unique. Wonder if I did that for the archer. I should probably just do that real quick. Okay, for the Abomination, let's give it a nice bit of health, like 40. And then let's do... That might be too much, but we'll tweak it later. Sweet. Cool. So we've added those. Let's go to the loot manager. We need the const abomination scene. Copy that UID. Paste that there. Execute raise abomination. Rune.runetype.abomination. Oh, more machines. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's see. Execute raise abomination. Abomination scene. We wanted to use 5 corpses for this. Okay. I in range 5. If I equals 0, target corpses I dot resurrect abomination scene. Continue. Stop, Copilot, please. Continue. Target corpses I dot consume. Cool. I think that will work. Did I forget to do anything else? Oh, I need to add it to the altar. Do I have all my rune types in the altar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll add this one. Rune.runetype.abomination. All right, let's just go ahead and do this. Abomination. Bam. Let's see what he looks like in game. Ooh, look at him. Yeah, we're gonna make the pathfinding a little bit nicer, but just imagine like chunky swings and particle effects and everything. Also probably can have his min combat distance up a lot because he's bigger. So now I just gotta get the rune and see if it works. Oh, there's an abomination rune. Give it to me. There we go, I got it. Okay, so now we're gonna see if it works. Let's take that skeleton root out. I gotta save up some corpses. Give me more corpses, minions. Oh my gosh, everyone decided to run the yard machines today. It's okay. Did I miss it? I missed it. It's okay. I can't get enough corpses to summon the Abomination. I need 5. Is this gonna be it? Yeah, there we go. I got it. Nice. I've got 2 Abominations now. Very cool. All right. Like it, but the head looks slightly off. Do you have a video on your software setup? Looks like a nice workflow. I've just started using Godot, and I would love to know the add-ons you're using. No, I don't have, like... I'm using a grand total of 2 add-ons, and I made both of them. So, I don't really use Godot add-ons that heavily. To try vector art. Ever used Inkscape? Inkscape? I have not, no. This game looks like something you could also make in vector art. Do you think the corpse of the Abomination should be different, bigger or something? I mean, in a fuller game, yes, but for the jam, I just need to keep it simple. There's just corpses. It doesn't matter who creates them. Can you still hear me? My display flickered a little bit. Can you still hear me? All good, everyone? I think you can still hear me. Okay. He should be slower considering he's heavy. Yeah, he is slower, yeah. It's looking amazing, thank you. Can't wait to play this, thank you, thank you. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be fun. But I gotta do a bunch of work on the balancing and everything. Love how far you've gotten with this game, thank you. Okay, good, you can still hear me, good, good, good. Good morning. See new sprites running around. Looks good. Nice touch with the priests. Thank you. Yeah, the priests... I might add an extra function to the priests where they, like, burn or destroy corpses, but... yeah. Maybe not. I might keep it simple again. But yeah. So I guess we'll just move on to the rest of the stuff that I have, because I do want to get like all the content in the game so that way I can work on balancing and polish. And then I don't think there's any like fundamental flaws with the gameplay here that need to be addressed. There's just some areas that need to be smoothed out, but I don't think that's going to require... Honestly, the biggest feature that I have left to do, which I'm still thinking about, is I want to change how the altar works. That's really the only thing that I can think of. The Abomination minions are super powerful, so that's good. I haven't been buying any skeletons. Okay, let's see if I can survive this onslaught. The nice thing is if you have enough minions here and you have enough corpses, everyone should survive. Because when a minion is about to die, it will consume a nearby corpse to heal itself. So as long as there are corpses nearby, it should basically never die. So when you get into this phase, it'll be fine. And I actually don't have any like AoE abilities like corpse explosion or fireball either. So if I had those and I was standing around the base, it would become, I think, pretty defensible. But you can see my power is waning because I haven't been buying these things. Let's get the fireball. I may increase the skeleton heal radius, actually. Because I would just want the army to persist. Bam! Corpses galore. Maybe I'll make the game. I was thinking about making the game like 5 minutes because I want to spawn a boss at some time. But I think 5 minutes is a little bit too short. I think maybe 10 minutes would be too long for a game jam. So maybe at like 7 minutes, I'll spawn a boss. So I'll let players get into this state for a little bit where they're just massacring everything. And then I'll bring the boss in. When you're making games for a jam, it's like, yeah, you have to be aware of the audience. Like the audience is not people who's going to spend an hour playing your game. You need to get to the point very quickly. So usually, like my games, you usually get the point of them within like 2 or 3 minutes. And then however long you play after that is entirely up to you. But people make this mistake in game jam games all the time where they will make like a puzzle platformer game and they'll put like 30 levels in the game. And it's like, if you're going to make a puzzle platformer game for your game jam and each level takes a minute, you should probably have like 8 to 10 levels. Like your game almost needs to be smaller than you think it even should be. That's been my experience anyway with game jams. Especially if you have no new content to show anyone. If you're making levels just to pad out the length of the game, but you have nothing new to show people, then just cut out the levels that aren't showing anything new. You know? Anyway. Random tangent aside. Yes. I think all the curves are maxed out here, so I may actually be able to... Well, anyway. All right, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be cool when there's particles and everything. Anyway, another day of slaughtering villagers. Yep, they deserve it. I mean, come on. Looks amazing. Thank you. Starting to be annoying, those kinds of messages in the chat. Why is it not sliding? It moves like a pixel. Why is it not sliding? It moves like pixel. Well, oh, are you saying the jerkiness? The problem is that it's a small pixel resolution. And so moving 1 pixel in the world translates to moving multiple pixels on the screen. So that's why it looks like it's moving in like chunks rather than smooth. Way too many mobs on the screen. Maybe you can just modulate the color to like yellowish. And it's a stronger enemy. Gold Priest. Well, I can't modulate because I'm using a very strict color palette. But also, I think that there's some pacing problems that I'll want to address. And I think that's going to address that issue, hopefully. Been missing most of these streams. That's all right, Fat Kid Games, welcome back. Hello, Zpanzer. I've been watching your previous live shows and videos. I'm jumping in headfirst to Godot from Unreal. I want to do Game Jam soon. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Andrew, but I think the game is here. I agree that, you know, I don't want it to feel too overwhelming, so I will be making tweaks to how fast the enemies spawn and like the player power level. I think part of the fun is going to be for there to be a lot of chaos on the screen, but you know, we'll figure that out. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing that we want to do. I should commit what I have, I guess. Oh, I need to remove the Abomination from this screen. Okay. What did I do in here? Add Abomination to systems, I guess. Okay, so we added the Abomination to the systems. Let me cross that off. Boom. Pen and paper. Oh, I was going to increase the resurrection radius. Skeleton corpse heal component. Let's turn this up to 48. We'll buff that a little bit. Just make it a little bit more forgiving for the player. So, let's see. I could do another minion. I have a musket villager in progress that I should probably fix. And then there's altar tweaks. But really, I'm getting down to the point where I don't have that much more content. Obviously, we're going to need a villager boss. So we're going to need to figure out that. I'm going to need to figure that out. Maybe we'll finish the musket villager. We'll add that to the game. Because I've been wanting to do that. Started sketching it last night. The musketeer. I think this is going to be so cool. I think what the musketeer will do is that, like, he'll come into the arena, he'll take a knee, bang, like smoke particles come out of his gun, and like a skeleton just gets completely destroyed. But he could have a long attack cooldown too. Like, it's a massive attack that deals massive damage, but also, you know, it takes a while for him to reload or whatever. But just imagine a bunch of them coming in, they all take a knee, just bang, 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 like it's just, and your skeletons just explode. That'd be really fun. I think you're right with the color palette. It looks way better when there's a theme throughout. Yeah, I think so. All your consts, is there a reason you're not marking them as exports or collecting them in a single file for easy change of multiple values? I like to keep my constants isolated to the scripts that are relevant to them. If a constant is used in multiple places, then I may pull it out into a single file that can be referenced by everything. And the reason they're not exports is because, like, exporting variables like that are useful if you've got multiple different instances of the same thing that need to have different values. But if you're just setting, like, for instance, in that one that I just set, the corpse heal radius, like, why? There's no reason to make that configurable through the editor where I could inadvertently change it or like revert the value, or, you know, get some weird issues where in this scene it's one value and in this scene it's another value. I don't see a point in doing that and introducing that risk when I could just go into the text file and edit it just as easily as I could through the editor. In other words, this doesn't need to be a configurable value. This is the value that should be the value for every skeleton corpse heal component, and I don't want it to vary, so there's no point in exposing it through the editor. So anyway, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, and when I come back, we will continue on with, we'll just continue on with the villager musketeer, I guess. So we'll do that. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Let's get right into the musketeer. We need to give him a musketeer hat. Musketeer hat. Like one of those conquistador hats. Kind of. Or it could be like a tricorn or something. Ooh, that looks good. Mm-hmm. There's our musketeer hat. Well, maybe less is more in this case. I think that looks fine. Musketeer villager. He's coming to get you. Oops. I think that head is proportional, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Musketeer's coming for you. A green musket. Probably won't work. Do you make C# with GDScript files? Not usually, no. Hello, Sad. Welcome. What kind of game are you making? It's a kind of like tower defense, kind of wave defense. It's not really, I don't know. But the focus is corpse management, minion management, and with a ritual loop that automatically executes sort of like programmable abilities. I will show the game in a second, I'm sure, if you want to stick around and see it. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to take this, just put this all into one thing called arm. Okay, then we can take this. I should probably get my grid back to 16. Oops. I love the musket. Okay. I might just copy the legs from this villager. But make it thematically appropriate for his blue uniform. I don't think I need to go that far with the body here, because if the arm is in place, maybe I should outline the arm so I can see it better. I almost think he needs to have like somewhat of a crouched posture. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Sweet. I may actually just fill this all in with blue. Maybe I'll do... Yeah, that will work. But I think what I need to do is the arm here. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Oops, I wasn't on the arm. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why. I don't need any of this detail here. We'll just make that all flat. There's our musketeer. How are we liking it? How much progress have you made up till now? Pretty good progress. You'll see the game in just a second once I get the musketeer into the game. Is it going to be a big project? I think you should optimize it to make it look way better and prevent lag. No, it's not going to be terribly big. It shouldn't lag. It should run perfectly fine on 10-year-old potatoes. I don't expect it to be super intensive at all. Okay. There's our musketeer. Export. Musketeer. All right, let's duplicate the villager. Duplicate musketeer. Rename musketeer. Rename musketeer. musketeer. Oops. Okay, max combat distance. This is going to be very high. What is the priest's max combat distance? 96. Okay. We'll make it as 128 then. Okay, cool. Speed. How fast is the priest? The priest is 5. We'll make this one 8, I guess. A little bit slower. And I'm probably going to need to modify this one's logic a little bit, but let's see. Oops, I didn't change the sprite. I'm gonna have to animate all these guys. It's gonna be a lot of work, but it's okay. I'll try to be as easy on the animations as possible. All right, let's see. There go the musketeers. They're pretty much... Oh, I didn't edit their damage, but... Why didn't that work, I wonder? Oh, they won't target enemies. Right. I know why. I need to do this. Musketeer. Node. I can't assign groups. Enemy. Enemy. So now the skeleton should attack them. But I need to make them do a lot of damage too. Okay, so how much health should the musketeer have? I guess a low amount of health. We'll do something like 8. But the attack timer here... 2, 3... And then in here, where's the damage here? Const, min damage. Const, max damage. We're gonna just give it, maybe we'll do 10 to 15. Okay, let's see what happens. So they should basically, like, annihilate the skeleton. Bang, bang. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Awesome. We got musketeers in the game. Well, not fully, but... Add musketeer. So now we gotta add, we gotta go to the enemy manager, and we have to create curves for that. Musketeer time curve. So I'm using curve 2Ds for all these timings. And what I'll do is I will copy this, paste it in the musketeer, make unique. Max value 1.5. The priests are starting to spawn when? So basically the way this curve works is that the Y value here is the so there's a base time. The base time is 5 seconds. So that's kind of like the time interval. That's the base time interval. And what this Y value represents in the curve is how much do I divide that time interval by. So you could see that this was the priest curve, but it's a musketeer curve now. What this is basically saying is that before 120 seconds, don't spawn. And then once you reach 120 seconds, then make the base time 1 so that it starts spawning every 5 seconds. And then as time goes on beyond that to 300, which 300 is like the max duration. So that's how many seconds? That's 5 minutes. So from this point onward, all the way to the 5-minute mark, gradually increase that Y value, and that decreases the spawn time, the spawn interval. I think what I'm going to do though is for the musketeer, let's make the musketeer appear at 4 minutes maybe. So what is 60 times, is that 240? Yeah, 240. So let's do this. Let's make this position 240. We're going to set Y to 0.75. And then this will be 239.9. So we're basically saying everywhere up to 4 minutes, don't spawn any musketeers. And then for the remainder of the duration, go from 0.75 to 1.5 is probably too much. Oops. So what I'll do is I'll reduce this. I'll set this to 1.25 instead. And then that will go up to 1.25 over time. And I may need to extend these domains here, the max domain, because I think I'm going to target like a 7-minute duration. But anyway, so let's do this. Copy, paste, musketeer amount curve, same thing going in here. Make this unique. Max domain, min value, max value. So again, I think the points here, this is going to be 240 here and then 300 here. Honestly, I may not even want this, but so one easy way to test this, current time is equal to 240. So I can just set the current time to 240 immediately, and then I should start seeing musketeers. See how it says 4 minutes now? So now we should start seeing the game as it exists at 4 minutes. Where are my musketeers? Oh, I didn't actually spawn them. Okay, let's do that real quick. Hello, Lucas, welcome back. Feel naked each time I see code without braces. Yeah, that's funny. So I guess I need a musketeer spawn timer. Musketeer spawn timer timeout. On musketeer, I think I'm just going to copy this. Is there a way that I can... I wonder if I can merge these. I think I can, right? Func start time curve. Spawn. Packed scene. So let's do scene, packed scene. Time curve, curve, amount curve, curve. I can paste all this in here. So this becomes time curve dot sample, amount curve dot sample, scene. I think that's it. So now I can do this. On villager spawn timeout, spawn villager scene, villager time curve, villager amount curve, spawn priest scene, spawn musketeer scene. I think that's good. Let's see. So now I should see musketeers show up in the game. I'm not seeing musketeers. Did I do something wrong? Musketeer spawn timer dot start. Still not seeing it. What else do I have to do? Oh, this is... Oh, I need the spawn timer too. Oops. Okay, now we should see it working. Still no musketeer. What the heck, man? Why did the musketeers not want to spawn? What in the heck is going on? What is going on here? I don't know. Time to put some debug print statements. Hello, Aragoth. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Let's see if that prints the debug value or not. Debug, debug. So it's just not working for some reason. Did I do something wrong in my curves? Don't think so. Oh, wait, there was a musketeer. Wait, why did he take so long? Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. It takes a while because... Right. The curve for the musketeer starts at 0.75, so it actually increases the duration from the base time. So we might actually have to wait until like 4 minutes and 12 seconds or something. 4 minutes, 15 seconds. There's a musketeer. Why did that take so long for him to appear, though? There's another one. The musketeers are coming. I love it. But I don't know why it's taking so long for that to happen. If scene is equal to musketeer scene, print time sample. Good morning, Bartoz. Welcome, welcome. Good old debug print statements. Yep. Good luck at the jam. Thank you. Hello, El Mercus. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I see. I messed this up. Okay, I'm gonna change some things. I forgot I can't go lower than, for some reason I can't go lower than 1, but let's do this. Can I make this 120 as well? Oh no, I can't. Oops. What did I just do? What did I just do? What in the heck? I think I just messed up my priest curve. That's okay. Whatever. Villager amount curve. Priest amount curve. That one's okay. Musketeer time curve. This one. Just do that. I guess what I was worried about is like if I happen to sample it at this point or like in between this point and this point, I could end up with a really low value. So I guess what I could do is I could still do that, and I could just say if time sample is less than 0.2 or whatever, just to make sure it's not. Yeah, or maybe it just wouldn't be a problem. I don't know. You know what I should do, actually? I could solve this problem in a different way. I could take the time sample where I'm taking the current time. I could just floor that, or I could even just round it. Just round it to whatever the nearest whole time is. That should basically fix that issue, and now I don't need to worry about doing this weird stuff with the curve. I could just do, you know, 239.9 or whatever. Okay, that should work. Yeah, I was just worried about, like, with a steep angle like this, with a steep rise, if it happens to sample at this point, at like 0.01, then what it would do is it would just like make the timer, the spawn timer, like several minutes long. And that would basically mean that that enemy would not spawn. But I think if I'm rounding it here, that should basically prevent that from happening. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Base time divided by less than 1 second. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Which I may want, like for the musketeer, I do have it at a longer than base time spawn initially, but then it gradually becomes quicker. Your work is very good. I'm amazed at how good you are doing this. Hope you win. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind. So it's been a while since I did an ad. You guys, I'm going to subject you to ads. No, these are my Udemy courses that I've made. So if you're interested in building games in the Godot engine, if you like what you're seeing on these live streams and you're like, dang, how do I get good at Godot? My courses are a great place to start, in my opinion, in my totally unbiased opinion. But they go on sale quite frequently on Udemy, and they're a great way to support my work and get some educational content out of it too. So if you've been wanting to make games in Godot, check out my courses below and appreciate the support. Okay, anyway, back to the game. I think I will do some rebalancing here. So anyway, added musketeer to spawn. When you have only one rune in the grid, it should end the loop when there's no more runes, right? No, because the problem is that you could just keep a skeleton or an abomination in the rune slot and it would just create that every time. So I do want you to have to manage, like, as the slots grow. I do want the player to have to make sure to fill the slots so that they're being optimal, because otherwise you could just put one thing in there and it would trigger every 4 seconds and that could trivialize the game. Bought it the other day on sale admittedly. That's totally fine. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's the same issue with skipping empty runes. Is there anything out of date in the Vampire Survivors course? Yes, the main thing out of date there is the tile map system. So the tile map layer system was introduced in Godot 4.3, I think, and the Vampire Survivors course is in Godot 4.0. That's the main thing that's different. That's the main thing that's different. But yeah, so let's do this. I've made all of these with the assumption that it's going to be a 5-minute duration. Let's make this 7 minutes instead. So we're going to say a boss will spawn after 7 minutes. Oh, it's 4:20. Dude, nice. 4:20. So I can actually slow down this villager time curve as well. Although I don't know if I want to do that. We'll play around with the time curves in a second. I just want to make sure that these are... Villager amount curve, 420. Priest time curve. I could bring the priest out more. What's 60 times 6 is 360? I should have known that. No, not that. I'm going to change this point. Slow down the priests a little bit. Priest amount curve. Yeah, this amount curve. I might just make that 360 as well. Okay. Musketeer time curve. This is 420. We're going to bring this all the way out this way. And the musketeer amount curve. Bring that all the way that way as well. Honestly, that amount curve doesn't seem like it's going to do anything because I think it has to reach 2. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just subtract 30 seconds from this. Oops, not that, from this. So that there will be at least 30 seconds of spawning 2 musketeers at once. That will work. Okay. I guess we can just give it a playtest and see how it's feeling. Oh, I also committed... Oops, where is it? Get rid of that current time hard code. All right, let's start. Boom. So for those who are unaware, so the idea of this game is that the whole point is corpse management, positioning, keeping your minions alive, and the way that the core mechanic works is that there's this ritual loop here. The ritual loop just ticks down from the top, and every time it fills one of these squares, it executes the rune that's in the square. So in this case, right now, I have a summoned skeleton. And so as long as there's a corpse near the base, that skeleton will be created. But as the game goes on, I get more and more slots and I can purchase more runes. So for instance, this altar has a corpse explosion rune available. Now, how do I get currency to buy that? Any corpse, so corpses decay over time. After 15 seconds or so. Any corpse that decays within the range of your base will give you currency. You can also press R on a corpse to sacrifice it and immediately convert it to currency. And then once you have enough corpse currency, you can purchase the items at the altar here, which I don't have enough corpse currency yet. I want that corpse explosion though. Give me the corpse explosion. Thank you. So now I've got corpse explosion. So Corpse Explosion is an ability that will trigger in approximately 6 seconds. And what it does is it explodes corpses that are near the player. So I can bring this corpse over here, put it down, and I missed, but that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, that's basically the premise of the game. So let's see if I can actually do this. I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to kill some things. I missed again. It's going to be a lot more helpful with visuals. But anyway. So yeah, and you can, like you can see, you can move corpses with the player, and you can bring them back to your base. Okay, here's corpse explosion. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bang! It didn't kill the priest, but the priest should have very low health. Anyway, here's a corpse pull. This rune pulls corpses into the base for me. So I just put the corpse pull rune in there, and now that's going to start stacking corpses for me. I think the corpse explosion triggered. Oh, I need that archer. I need that archer. Okay, I got it. Okay, so now I've got an archer rune, so that's going to start creating archers. And so yeah, this is basically the game. It's just running around, keeping the enemies at bay, making sure that everything is feeling good, keeping your minions alive. The other thing about the minions is that if they are going to die, they will consume a nearby corpse. Ooh, I need that. Ooh, I'm losing. Hold on. So if the minions are going to die, they will consume a nearby corpse to heal themselves. I need this. Give me the Abomination. Yes, I got the Abomination. Okay. Let's do this. Corpse pull. Abomination. Okay. Let's see if I can get an Abomination on the map. Oh. Did I get one? No, I missed it. That's okay. We'll swap those. And you can modify your loop at runtime too. There we go. So now, oh, he died. No. Oh, that corpse explosion just triggered. So it's kind of hectic if you have corpse explosion because you might be stacking bodies and not paying attention, and then you'll blow up all the corpses, which is kind of fun. But, oh no. No, 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 no. Son of a bee. I'm getting overrun. So yeah, that's the idea of the game. Musketeers are coming! No! That's the idea of the game. Obviously it needs some work, it needs some polish, and it also needs some balancing, but that's the idea. I wonder if I should change the altar. I may not change the altar. I don't know. Dude, yeah, Blazing, yeah. Are you planning to add rune combos or modifiers, e.g. like Anoita, where one spell is affected by the following spells? I wanted to add a rune that would make the next one execute twice. I think that would be cool, but I probably won't do anything beyond that. Yeah, so basically, yeah, the way that that works, Bolter, is that your domain is basically the x-axis, and when you sample a curve, you're basically saying, I want to sample the curve at this x position, and then it will spit out the y value at that x position. So basically, my domain is the max length of the game, which is 7 minutes, and then I keep track of the time that has elapsed, and I just say, okay, when you're ready to spawn an enemy, check the curve based on the current time, and give me that value. And if the value is 0, then we're just not going to spawn the enemy. That's basically how it works. Looking better, I like it far more without the top wall. Thank you, Rin. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's looking good. Edo makes games. Welcome back. You should change the character design. It doesn't stand out with those enemies. I keep getting that comment. I don't think I'm going to change the character though. Maybe I will, but I don't think so. I'm going to add a bunch of polish into the game first and see how it's feeling, and then I might change it. It could be something as simple as, like, if I just put a green circle underneath the player, that might fix whatever visual issues there are. So, but I like the character. I think he's cute. Still no flipping sprite direction yet? All part of cleanup and polish, I assume? Yeah. We're almost to the point where we're ready to start doing polish, and I might actually, because I want to do it, I might start doing it earlier than I want, or than I planned. But I still don't have like a game over screen, which I'm gonna need. I still don't have like a menu or options menu. I don't have sound effects. The balance is a little bit off. I have to do a tutorial as well because the game is relatively complex. And I'm worried about that because I've been trying to keep it as simple as possible, but there might just be too much going on. So I gotta make a really nice tutorial that basically like emphasizes like you gotta manage your corpses. I've already tried to make it as easy as possible. Like previously, the only way to get currency was to sacrifice corpses manually by pressing R. And I was worried that like, well, people who are new to the game are probably not going to be doing that. So I changed it so that any corpse that decays within your base gives you currency. So that way, if you're not paying attention, you're still passively generating currency. But I think I might need to put some more effort into making the game even easier than that, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I still need to do a boss for the villager. Yeah, there's a lot to do, but I've got the rest of today and all of tomorrow to do it, so. Okay, so let me prioritize some things here. So we need a boss. I'm writing down some priorities here. Priorities, we need a boss. We need a lose condition. We need a main menu. We need a tutorial. And we need polish. Those are the things that we absolutely need to get done. And then everything else is icing, like more content or whatever. Very cool. Thank you, Olive Hill Studios. Appreciate that. Try to flip an enemy on my code and the label turn flipped as well. Oh, wow. Looks great. Thank you. Has 80s arcade feel. I think it does, yeah. The player's not very obvious. What are your thoughts on players moving a rune as they trigger it in the loop? Like moving the same one down? Yeah, you can do that. So I was actually doing that a little bit. And if I had more time, I might come up with a system like once a rune executes during the loop, it can't execute again. But I think for the jam game, I'm just going to let people cheese it if they want to. Because you still need to have the corpses, right? So if you're constantly babysitting this skeleton here to summon it, you're still going to have to figure out how you're going to get your corpse supply. So I don't think it's a huge issue. If people want to be clever and like use that or abuse that, then I think it's like, I don't think I'm going to get points off for like a simple oversight like that. I mean, it's not an oversight because I am aware of it, but I just don't know of an easy and elegant way to address that without complicating the code that runs this system. So we'll see. How's it possible there are this many people aren't they making their own entry? I think a lot of people are watching this while they're working on their games. What will your tutorial look like, if any? I don't know what you mean. What tutorial, Ruin Star? You should release this project as a new course. Maybe. Just having an indicator in the Necromancer will make it stand out from the mobs. Yeah, I think so. Particles need particles, yes. Put tutorial on itch page. Took a day, but finally came up with a game idea that should fit and I actually like. Awesome. Do you want to share what that is, Anthony? It's okay if not. Maybe after 7 minutes over, all villagers disappear and the villager boss spawns. Yeah, I was thinking it would be fun to just have all of the villagers explode as if they were killed. Just like shake the screen and then, you know, like they all blow up and then the boss appears. And just have the boss move really slowly. But the thing about the boss is that there still needs to be a supply of corpses being generated. So I need to figure that out. I suppose I could just kill everything on the screen and then start spawning them again once the boss is spawned, just to like make it very obvious. Just started making my first game now. Am I cooked? I don't think so. Is it in Game Maker? Who's that question directed at? Vetress? My next game will be one to ask my GF in marriage. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay, give me 3 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to work on some of these priority things. What I might do is I might put in a very basic main menu so that I can set up a lose condition loop. Although we do need a boss, we do need a polish. I think setting up a loss condition is going to be important. Maybe I should... Oh, I need to do the UI elements. Okay, give me 3 minutes. I'll be right back, and we will find something to work on. And there's a print statement in here that shouldn't be here. Here. Curve tweaks. Have the boss be a corpse wagon with guards around them. The wagon will move slowly and drop corpses. That's a good idea. A corpse wagon. Your rune slots get created indefinitely without limit. Yes. How did you make this chat showing thing? Looks pretty useful. It's an app called Social Stream Ninja. Do you have to make a game in GameMaker for GMTK Jam? No, you do not. You can make a game with whatever software and tooling you like. Just found out my local government is giving a 1 month, 7 hours a day free Unity course in person. Not a big on Unity, but I feel like learning C# is going to be useful. There you go, that's a good opportunity. How do you come up with the logic to drag the icons and snap on the grid? It's hard to explain succinctly, but basically you detect a mouse click on one of the items, right? And then you have a third, there's like a mediator node that mediates the drag and drop. So there's a node that knows about the rune progression slot thing, the ritual progression, the ritual loop. And it also knows about the inventory of runes that you currently have. And it can listen for drag, drop, requested events from both the inventory and the slots. And then it's just a matter of maintaining a data structure that represents where each item is in the inventory. So that loop, that ritual loop that goes down the screen, that's just an array. Each one of these cells has an array element. And then it's just a matter of when you drag and drop, you say, okay, what thing was I dragging? Put it into that array slot. And if the array slot was already occupied, we take the rune out of that slot and put it in the inventory. Like, that's the basic logic. So basically, the way to look at it is you got to separate your data from your logic. You have your data, which is like the source of truth. Or, sorry, you have to separate your data from your UI, your logic from your UI. So we have the inventory manager, essentially, which manages the data about the inventory and also exposes methods for manipulating the inventory. And then it emits signals whenever that inventory changes that the UI can use to show the visual side of it, to show the visual update. So anyway, I don't know. I know that's probably not super helpful without seeing any code, but hopefully that gives you some ideas. Came to say hi, going back to old Firebelly course. I'm about in the middle of it. What a weird sentence structure I'm using. That's okay. Yeah, I think so. All right, I'll be back in just 3 minutes and we'll continue on. All right, I'm back. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Hi, friends and one acquaintance. You know who you are. Hello, Adam. Welcome back to the stream. Great to see you as always. So, I'm kind of wondering if I should start. I really don't know what to do next. I do need a lose condition. I'm gonna need a... Maybe I'll just start working on some polish elements. Maybe I'll just start working on some polish elements here. I do need a font. I probably won't do that on stream because I'm gonna have to go digging for some fonts. But I do need a lose condition. So the base here. Okay. So let's do this in main here. Let's grab a reference to the base. Base dot... Why is this a packed scene? Base dot health component dot died dot connect on base died. Func on base died. This is where we're gonna do game over. I'm gonna do this. Scene, new scene, other node, canvas layer, scenes, UI, main menu. I'm just gonna get this loop set up so that it's easy to just kind of work with later. Got our main menu, margin container, full rectangle, add child node, button, play. I gotta do button textures too. Ah, no. Oh no. We've got a lot to do here. That's all part of the polish phase though. So we got play, layout, container sizing, shrink center, shrink center. I don't know what I'm doing. Create. I'm gonna have a circular reference issue here, I think. So we'll elevate this to the global utils, I guess. Const main menu scene, packed scene, reload. Can I copy the UID from here? I can't, okay. Const main scene. Do I want to use my screen transition? Let's add an auto load, add-ons, node library, screen transition. Func transition to, well, it's fine. I don't want to edit this necessarily. Set transition color. Func ready. Screen transition dot set transition color. Color dot black. I think this is pure black in here, is it? Yeah. So that's good. Okay, so then when I go to the main menu here, this button, play button, func ready, play button dot pressed on play button pressed. Man, Copilot is so nice for writing the GD script code. Screen transition dot transition to scene, global utils dot main scene dot resource path. I have to make sure that works in the full build, but let's see. Oh, I want to also disable this. Invalid access to property or key, what? Oh, I need to make it load first, I think. Nope. Is this just not going to work? All right, let's do this then. Okay, that works. So now we need to go to project settings, general, application, run. Okay. And actually, if the clear color is going to be black, maybe I should set, let's see. Should I use a different color? What happens if I use this color? Boom. Okay, so then if I die, what? Right, so in the main here, on base died, screen transition dot transition to scene, main menu scene dot resource path. Play, start, and I'll just let myself die. Keep only the game scene polished, unpolish everything. Is that a strat? Unpolish everything, is that a strat? I don't know what that means. I would polish everything. Everything needs to be polished. You should make everything in your game feel as good as possible. Sometimes when I ask a question in Discord, I feel like I'm screaming into a void. AI is so helpful. Yeah, AI is definitely very helpful. Especially for niche questions that many people don't know the answer to. Am I gonna die? Probably shouldn't have set the health so high. I think the base has 20 health and it takes 1 damage every time an enemy hits it. Gotta be almost done. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, what the heck is going on? Health component, let's just set this to 1. Main, oops. Why is that not working? Let's try it again, I guess. Yeah, we will have a health bar for the base. It would probably be maybe along this edge here. Oops, I shouldn't have spawned a skeleton. Dang it. Maybe make the Necromancer would be more visible with some green flames effects around him, or green fire in his hand like a ghost flame. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to do something. I don't know if I'm going to change the design necessarily, but I'm definitely going to do something. If everyone's saying it's hard to see, then I could just add a little green circle around under him. I think that might be enough. Okay. Resource file not found. Well, that's not good. This seems a little bit dangerous to me. I wonder if I should just do this. Maybe that'll be better. Okay. Now let's see what happens. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll do... I definitely want to do some health bars. I want to see what that looks like. Okay, that worked. All right. So we've got that loop in place. Are you serious? What? How do I... I don't know why that changed, but okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay, anyway. I hope it's all still working. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's so much work to do still. What in the heck is going on? I'm almost not going to use this add-on that I made. I don't think I am going to use it. I think it's just going to be bad news. Get rid of that. I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to do this. I wanted to use it, but it's making me nervous, so I'm not going to use it. Oh, why did that do that? Global utils. Okay. And then inside of main menu, if I want to do a transition, I'll do a transition in here. Main scene. Okay. Okay, whatever. That'll work. Okay. I do not trust it, Sam I am. Hello, Gabriel. It's going well. How are you doing? Your game is a rally game where you can destroy opponents by drifting completely around them, burnout style. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds fun. I can imagine that being very satisfying with a bunch of particles and whatnot. I kind of want to do... Let's see. I need to sketch up like a health bar. Let me see if I can do one really quickly. Let me see if I can do one really quickly. So... I'm not going to make this too long. I want to be able to see it, but I will probably end up stretching this the full length. Whoops. That's probably not thick enough, actually. Well, I mean, that's simple, but it's effective. I don't know if I want to go through all that trouble. Can just make it super simple. Can maybe add little flourishes like a bone or something. I'm very not good at drawing health bars. And other UI elements. Oops. I don't know if that's an ideal placement. I may have to move everything up. Could put it up here, I guess. So we'll take this health bar. This is a fine health bar. It doesn't need to be super duper duper fancy. It can just be like this. And then we'll put it like maybe up here. Ah, UI design is not my strong suit. I mean, I think that will work just fine with some text. Just want to say that I really appreciate your videos. I'm a senior software engineer by trade, getting into game dev just now. Watch your code review videos and they're actually insightful. Plus, full of legit architecture and design tips. Awesome. Glad to hear that. I'm glad you enjoyed them. The hue shift in the shadow of the bar is cool. Yeah, thank you. Just make a simple one. Yeah, I probably will. I never get around to polished or juicing game jams, so I'm keeping it simple and trying to get to that this time. Very nice, yeah. I think you're underestimating yourself on how good you are at UI. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think what I'll do is I'll just do like a basic health bar like this. And then... I can add little details like this, maybe. Might make it look a little bit less uniform. I don't know if I want to go overboard, but I could also maybe just do little touches here. Something like that. And if I really wanted to, I could probably do like a little... That might be too much, actually. Yeah. So I think I want to make this a texture progress bar, I think. So let me cut this out. Okay, so we're gonna... Is this too big? No, that should be fine. Excuse me. Health. This is a nightmare. This is the worst asset organization I've ever done in a game. But, you know. Selected layers, selection, export. Then we want to select this one. Health bar.png. Selection, selected errors, export, whatever. Okay, let's go to a game UI now. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to instantiate... Oh, there's going to be a circular reference issue. Okay, never mind. So we got the time label. We're going to need some fonts, but I will ignore the time label for now. This margin container is pushing that over to the side. I may have made the bar too big. Texture progress bar. Fill mode left to right. Min value, max value 1. Step 0.01. Value 0.5. Okay. Textures. Progress. Health bar fill. Let's do over quick load health bar.png. Perfect. I suppose I should have given these outlines, but that's okay. Okay, layout, size. Probably gonna need to play around with this, so I'm just gonna throw that there for now. Let's see what that looks like. Play. Ooh, that's actually not bad. I think I know how to do this. I think I know how to do this. Actually, I can edit this while the game is running, I think. Yeah, so I'll full screen this, put this on the other monitor, full screen this. Let me edit some things here. Margin top. Let's do another 20 pixels. So you see how that moved down there. And then what I'm going to do is just slide that one over. So I'm going to have to reorient that. Margin container. Full rect. Health bar container. I know you can't see what I'm doing on the screen, but I'm just setting this up, getting the mouse filter to ignore that kind of thing. I'm going to put the health bar under that health bar container. That did not update here. Okay, so I'm going to need to run this again. Okay, so the health bar is up there. I'm looking for the theme overrides, margin left. So we'll do 16. Margin top. Oops. 40. Let me just make sure that this is aligned properly. Perfect. This is not a very efficient way of doing this, but that's okay. Is that right? Seems to be. So yeah, put the health bar there. I can probably slot the time right under there, especially if I have a smaller font. And then I can put the health value in text above the health bar. I think that will work. I think that will be pretty nice. And then I can fit the currency over here somewhere too. So maybe I'll put the text. It's hard to see where the edges of the window are, but maybe I'll put the text, the timer text there. So let me see if I can do that. Just to see what that will look like. Okay, we can bring this back over here now. So this health bar container, we'll make this a VBox container there. Why is this texture progress bar doing that? Shrink begin, shrink begin. Put this in the VBox container. Layout. Shrink begin, shrink begin. Put the time label under there. Ooh, that's almost already perfect. Constants. Should we do 0 separation? Might as well do 0 separation. We can get rid of this. All right, how does that look? Oops, I can't grab anything anymore. Set those all to ignore. Okay. Cool. And then I guess just to finish this off, we'll do a health label. I want to do like a bigger number. So I'll do like health. Let's do current health label. Max health label. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'll do this. For the current health label, theme overrides font sizes, we'll do 32. It might be too big. This is not a pixel font, so it's not going to work well in any case, but we'll do that. And then for the max health label, let's just call it like, I don't know, 10. Max health label will do over 20. Might need to do some more styling with that, but like get that aligned to the bottom. Can I do that? layout, container sizing, shrink end. I don't know, can I change the line height? That's all right. So I'm thinking something like that. So you got your current health. Obviously that's way too big and it pushed it down quite a bit. So I'm not going to worry about that just yet, but I'm thinking about doing something like that for the UI. I got to figure that out once I get my font in place, but this will work just fine. That will work just fine. So now we got to get that hooked up. So we'll go ahead and do that, but first, UI is the worst. I do a little full stack at work, and when I have to do the UI, I want to gouge my eyes out. Do I use Texture Packer? No, I do not. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I don't. How would you rate Cursor versus Copilot since you said you pay for a few LLM services? I liked Cursor better when I was using it. The only reason I switched is because the C# extension stopped working in Cursor, and I do C# basically every time. That said, I think Copilot is coming along. Copilot has gotten a number of very good updates recently, which have been basically copying Cursor. So the editor experience is very similar now, at least to the last time I used Cursor. Hello, Snow Hornet, welcome back. Hello, Turbo Shook. Accidentally made an almost impossible level. Oops. Yeah, you definitely want your levels to be easy for sure for game jams. The step in the texture progress bar is set to 0.001 instead of 0.01, or am I missing something? Yeah, the step is fine. I just want the progress bars on a range 0 to 1, and as long as the step is a properly low number, it'll be fine. Base.health component. I need to create this now. Health component. Signal health changed. Current float max float is damage bool. Health change dot emit, current health, max health, value is less than current health. Okay. I think that's good. So now I'm going to emit this health change signal anytime this value changes, which means I can do this dot health changed dot connect on base health changed func on base health changed current max is damage var percent colon equals current divided by 1 if max equals 0 else max. Health bar. I need to get a reference to this texture progress bar. So much code to write. Actually, this is kind of like the boring part of doing the game jam, because it's just like stuff that I've done a million times before, so just got to do it all again. Health bar dot value is equal to %. Can I do this? Really? All right. Let's see if that works. So I need to go to main now. Game interface, assign the base. Invalid property or key health changed on base of object type nil. Really? This is the worst part about using the on ready, is that the node references aren't ready a lot of times when you want to connect to things, but okay. That didn't work, but that's okay. Let's see what happens when I take damage. Which I've created a skeleton, so he may not. Okay. Actually, while I'm at it, let's just do this. All right, let's see if it works. Let's see if it starts dealing damage. Or, I mean, it's going to deal damage. Let's see if it starts reducing the health bar. It's time for game dev once again. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Jackie Daytona. Hello, Indie Hawk. Good to see you again. Is it doing damage? Is it the first one that's died? I wasn't paying attention. Cool. That appears to be working very well. That's going to have to be something that we add polish to as well, or that I add polish to, but yeah, that's how it's going. Might as well just let it die here. Baby steps. I think a lot of the game should be done by the end of today, honestly. Remaining balance issues aside. Oh, we got an error. What? That's kind of concerning. Why did that happen? I'm gonna let that run again. I'm gonna let that run again and then just chat with you all while it's happening. Happy Friday and exciting plans for this weekend. Game jam. That's about it. It's exciting though. Some polish for the minions and villagers could be a little rotation left and right of their foot origin like in Vampire Survivors. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add, I think, more interesting movement behaviors to the skeletons at least. But yeah, that could work for sure. What happens if someone copies your game? Are you not worried? No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It's not a matter of copying, it's a matter of execution, really. That's a lot of errors, yeah. They look so static. Yeah, they do look static, but I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna be animating them, actually. I'm gonna be at least cutting them into into 2 or 3 separate sprites and animating them. So I haven't done anything with polish yet. The only thing I've put into effort in terms of the visuals is the actual sprites. But there are no particles, there's no screen shake. When that stuff starts to get added, it's going to feel really good. I meant viewers, I knew you'd be cutting out. Worrying about people copying is exactly that, action heavier than ideas. Yeah, my kind of opinion is like the people who would be most likely to be able to execute your idea as well as or better than you are also the people who are going to spend a lot of time making their own ideas. So I think that the Venn diagram of people who are good enough to make your game better than you and who are willing to just blatantly steal your idea is like basically no one. That's my opinion anyway, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, I think I fixed that. Okay. Bar working for base. Let's create a health bar component now. That's one of the things that I need. While I'm working on the health bar stuff, I might as well. Okay, health bar component. Let's stop this. Oops. Okay. I'll put this into the theme, I guess. Let's do this. Progress bar. Oh, let's do this. Health bar. Add type. Base type. Progress bar. Okay, background. New style box, flat. Background color is that. Fill. New style box, flat. Background color, red. And then we'll change this health bar component type variation to be health bar. And then what I need is, I'm just gonna make this very easy on myself, I think. Go to the theme here, fill. Actually, expand margins. I'll just do a border on this. Border color, that, border width. Honestly, this should probably be... This should be 3 pixels tall. Cool, and then the position. -8, -3. Actually, you know what I'll do? Add child node control, make scene root. Health bar component, mouse, ignore. Okay. Cool. So let's add a script to this now. At export var health component, func ready, health component dot health change dot connect on health changed, func on health changed, current float max is damage. We're gonna want this progress bar dot value is equal to current divided by 1 if max health equals 0, else max health. Okay. On ready, we're going to say progress bar dot value is equal to 1. Okay, I think that's basically it. So now I can go to my entities. Actually, let's do this. If percentage is equal to 1, progress bar dot visible is equal to false. Progress bar dot visible is equal to percentage is less than 1. Update progress, that means I don't need any of this here. I'll call update progress here. Okay. So now we've got the health component. So now if I go to my skeleton, instantiate health bar component there. I guess I'll render it on top of everything. Or I could do behind. Let's just do behind. We're going to assign the health component there. Okay. Skeleton archer, health bar component, boom, boom, boom. I want to make it consistent. 2 pixels above the head. Okay. Abomination. His axe is going to be kind of in the way, but I guess that's fine. Or I guess I could do it 2 pixels above the axe. That might be a little bit too much. I might have to break my rule for this one a little bit, but that's all right. Assign that. And then we got to do the villager. Health bar component, boom. Okay. Assign that, priest. Okay, and then musketeer. Let's see what happens. So what I did is I made it so that the health bar won't show up until the entity takes damage. So that should help with maybe decluttering the screen a little bit. Get wrecked, villager. I should make the skeleton health bars green, though. Son of a bee. How do I want to do that? You have until Saturday? Yeah, I have until Saturday. I got to What? I got stuff to do on Sunday, so yeah, I basically have until Saturday evening to finish this. Are you going to clip mask the field? What do you mean by clip mask? No, two people execute the same idea the same way, yeah? So even if there are people who can do it better than you, they won't do it like you. I would copy to try to make myself the game as learn, but not to sale. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it is hard. I mean, I'm sure a talented artist could copy my style very well. I mean, I'm positive of that. But then it's like, if you're already a talented artist, why would you want to copy my style? Why wouldn't you just make your own, you know? I've been trying to mimic a mechanic that seemed easy, super hard to implement. Yeah. Why does your editor look so different? This is the Godot minimalist theme. Anyone else misses main game? I'll get back to that next week. I'll be back to it. Watching a master make a health bar shows how big of a skill gap there is. It takes me 15 minutes to make a health bar. It's just, you know, once you've made 50 health bars, it becomes pretty easy. You actually have a tutorial making progress bar with only texture X's in the Vampire Survivors course? Yeah. Range attacks can be so OP. So that pop in of the enemies isn't apparent. They pop in outside the border, but you have to clip to... Oh, yeah, yeah. I actually didn't think about clip masking, but I can do that. Yeah, that's good. How would I do that? I guess I know how I could use a sprite for that. Yeah. I just did this. Actually, you can add a theme override for the bar color. Not sure how it scales with a lot of characters though. Yeah, so I think what, because I'd have to override the style. So what I'll do is I'll just make a type variation of this. I'll make a type variation of this, which is like an ally health bar. Ally health bar, which will be basically the same. Base type. Can I do health bar? Yes. Oh. Base type. Can I not do that? Do I have to do this? Progress bar? Hold on, base type. Can I not override my own? Oh, I can't, okay. Well, this is gonna be a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Copy, paste, make unique, copy, paste, make unique. Go in here, background color green. So this is ally health bar. So now what I'll do is I'll do at export var is ally bool health progress bar dot theme type variation is equal to ally health bar if is ally. I think that will work. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to check that box. All right, let's see. Should be green now. Should be green now. You can run 2 scene in parallel, I think. It's a built-in feature to clip 2D elements. Yeah, I was just mostly referring to how I would do it with my current scene structure, because I have like a Y sort node, but I can just make the Y sort node where all the entities are. I can make that the sprite clip mask, because any node 2D can be Y sort. It doesn't need to be a plain node 2D. Interesting. Why does that villager not seem to be doing much damage? I guess villagers just have a slow attack rate. Interesting. Sometimes the health gets clipped too, but I don't think there's a way around that. It's okay. Already looking much more arcadey with the health bars, though. That skeleton's gonna die. Oh, he consumed a corpse. Yeah, I think that looks better. Did it programmatically, but that's probably more performant. Yeah, because if you're going to construct the style resource every time, probably best to just create a variation and then assign that variation to it. But I'm sure it's not a big deal either. Meteor strike time! Bang! Oh. Come on, meteor strike. Kerblam! Okay. Oh, okay. I think the health bars are working. This is definitely a game I'll be playing. Thank you, yeah. It is looking nice. It's getting there. It's getting there for sure. Gonna draw some sort of radius around the house to know if bodies are close enough. Yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna do. I should start writing down a bunch of polish elements that I want to take. So... let's see. Polish elements. So I need entity animations. I need particles. I need a radius around the base. Radius indicator. Around base. UI animations. What were some other... oh, I need to do outline highlighting. Outline highlighting for, like, the corpses that you're near or that you can pick up. Or interactables, I'll say. What else? What else? Oh, I need tooltip descriptions. Tooltip descriptions for runes. I also need like a way to pause the game. Pause the game to read tooltips, read tooltips and reorganize loop. I think that's what I'll do. I'm sure I'll think of more stuff, but dang, lots of work to do, lots of work to do. Lots of work to do. Damage flashing. Oh yeah. Oops. A hit flash would be a good idea. Yeah, for sure. Oh man, I have a lot to do. I think the good news is though that I'm pretty much done with the content and mechanics, so I do need a boss though, but I might spend some time doing some polish first. Just try to get the game feeling really good. Oh man, there's plenty of time really, but let's go where the crunchy meteor at, yeah. It's coming, it will come. Hello, Riley. Avoid your minions being in the same exact position so you can tell if there are more than one in the same place. Oh yeah. Add more movement variety to minions. Style the menu, yes. UI theming. Lots of work to do, oh goodness. I think what I'll probably do for each entity is I'll do a basic walk animation and then a basic attack animation. And then like enhance it with particles and stuff. There's a lot of work to do. I think now is the time to start doing all the polish though. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go take a break for lunch. I'm probably going to do a couple of hours of work on initial polish elements just by myself. And then if I'm feeling it, I'll do another stream later this afternoon where we can do some more polishing. Outrank how badly the game needs each thing you want to do and prioritize the most important ones first. Oh, we're doing all of them. We're doing all of them. But no, that's a good idea. But I do think I can get all of them done. It's going to be a lot. I've decided that as a game developer, I don't play enough games myself, so I'm just scrolling on Steam free-to-play platformers. I'm also making a game for this jam. Do you think I'm cooked if I have to make a pause menu, all UI, finish map design, effects, and create dialogue for all NPCs? I mean, you still have until... So, you have 49 hours left, basically. I think that's enough time to do those things. I mean, that's enough time to participate in a 48-hour jam, I think. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Take a break. Yeah. Get some rest. Come back stronger. Yeah. Thank you, Bolter. So that's going to be it for the stream today. Not today, but for now. I might be back later today, so hit the notification bell if you want to be notified if I'm back. Otherwise, I would like if you checked out my courses. They're linked in the description below. This is a great way to support me. It's also a great way to learn how to build games in the Godot engine. So if that's something that's interesting to you, check it out. All right, I will potentially see you all later. And if not, I'll be back streaming again tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And good luck in all your game jams. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.